guys, my name is Lilia and today we're going to talk about 4 amazing truths behind Cambridge exams. I should say that I really love exams. I think exams are amazing, and one thing that I recommend that my students do all the time is that they view exams as a game, like playing a video game and trying to achieve a certain score. And as we very well know, like in every game, you need to be aware of certain tricks or secrets of the game in order to reach a higher level without or with little to no effort. Truth number 1. Your exam result is not accurately reflective of your English level. One thing I want you to bear in mind is that the result you will get is going to be very, very approximate. You cannot judge yourself based on it. I've met so many former exam candidates who have done their exams but then they were left gutted or frustrated just due to the fact that they haven't been able to receive their A's. Here is how I want to encourage you to see the correspondence between the English you speak and the exam result that you'll get at the end after doing your exam. I want you to imagine your general English level as building bricks that are universal. You can apply building bricks in a variety of ways. There are different various types of architecture. You could choose to construct a church. If you do that, you will have to apply a certain type of methodology to using your building bricks. For instance, you will have to study the positions of the windows and the window frames, and you will have to learn where the door should be located. So you'll have to very, very carefully study the specific architecture of the construction that you want to build. The same goes for exams. You learn your English, you collect your building bricks, but then you also need to learn the specific format, the structure of the exact building that you want to construct. In our case, that's going to be a Cambridge exam. We also react to stress differently. We tend to underperform sometimes, or we may be stimulated by that adrenaline rush at different times. The environment in the exam isn't very natural, so it cannot be indicative of your regular English performance in your real life. It gives you an approximate evaluation of what your English level might look like, and with certain parts you might actually see which skills are easier to you. For instance, you might be a greater listener, but you might not be so confident when writing things. The environment is not very natural, even though the language they use errs on the side of being natural, so it might often be confusing to the candidate whether it's natural or non-natural, and whether they should place more focus on studying methodology or the maths, or if they should pay more attention to collecting the number of building bricks or anything like that. 2. Cambridge exams are interpretation-based tests. And right now we're specifically talking about multiple choice questions where you have to choose the right option, whether A or B or C or D, or whatever it is. One thing that is very important to bear in mind is that there might be a discrepancy or difference between your way of viewing the speaker's feelings and the test writer's way of viewing that speaker's feelings. Language is a subjective thing. We deconstruct meaning, and we do that in let's say, conceptual fashion. So there is no universal book of laws where the meaning of every single word ever existent in the English language would be written. It's still valuable to bear in mind that still you may argue certain answers, even though you won't be able to do that when you will have received your examination paper results. But you can still do that in the classroom, trying to work out what the percentage of the really objectively agreed answers is against the percentage of the answers that could be really argued, and those are feeling-based and perception-based. 3. External circumstances do affect your performance. You may just get a terrible partner. I'm not saying a terrible human being, but a terrible partner. You might get a partner who is terrible in that particular situation. So, for instance, you might get a partner who is too talkative, overly overbearing, or you might just be seated in a classroom in a way that you're too far from the speaker and you just can barely make out the things that the speaker in the listening test is saying. Here's one tip. Don't be shy. You pay your money to do this test and you're doing it for a particular purpose. Do raise your hand and do speak up if you feel that there are certain things in your environment that could be potentially shifted or changed because they should be changed to suit everybody. Try minimising the number of things that you can actually not control before your test. Take care of the pens that write. Take care of the number of the pens or pencils that you're going to bring along to the examination classroom. Make sure you have enough water. Make sure you eat well. Make sure that you're in a good mood. And actually in this channel I have quite a few videos talking about last minute exam tips that you may apply if your exam is coming very soon and you're feeling kind of a little bit lost. As far as the partner is concerned, try getting to know them before your exam. Walk up to that person and say hello, introduce yourself, ask them what their name is. You will get an intuitive sense as to what that person is like, and in the exam you'll be able to intuitively adjust your performance in a way that will suit the both of you. In an ideal world, that interaction will be able to bring out the best possible language out of either of you, and that will be just fantastic. 4. Your accent doesn't matter. That's something many candidates are concerned about. Oh my god, if I speak with an American accent, will I be able to do my IELTS test? Here's the thing. What really matters about your speaking test is that you're comprehensible. What they're assessing is not your nativity or nativeness or whatever you might choose to put it. What they're actually assessing is your ability to get understood by another speaker. If you say things and the examiner can understand you and the partner can understand you and react in an appropriate manner, that is a denominator of the fact that your accent is good enough. If you feel you're still concerned about your accent, on my channel you might find a video where I talk specifically about how accents affect our performance and whether they affect our performance at all. So check out my video list for more extensive information on the subject of accents. Those are going to be my 4 truths about Cambridge exams, and just to recap them very quickly, I'm going to take you through them again. First, your exam result does not accurately reflect your English level. 2. Cambridge tests are interpretation-based tests. During your preparation process, make sure that you pay attention to certain answers that could be subjectively argued, and that will help you develop critical thinking and also discover the discrepancy between the author's perception of reality and your own perception of reality as well. 3. External circumstances do affect your performance, so try controlling the emerging circumstances depending on which ones you can actually control. 4. Your accent doesn't matter. If you're doing a Cambridge exam and you're worried about the Americanness in your accent, don't be worried about that. One major thing that you may want to be able to do is speak comprehensively, speak in a way that other people can understand you. And I wish you have a beautiful week, and I'm thankful to you for finding my channel, subscribing to it, sharing this video with a potential exam candidate or a friend, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.